welcome to my channel. My name is Maya, and today I'm going to be reacting to the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits game trailer that just released earlier this morning. So, last week, the official trailer released of Adventure Awaits, showcasing and announcing the new expansion pack EP for The Sims 4 of September 4th, Thursday of last week. Now, this week we're getting the official gameplay release trailer to see what we are expecting in the Sims 4 franchise. So, before I go into the gameplay trailer and see what we're getting expected, I want to go over a few features that was presented to us in last week's official trailer to see if all of these features we will see in the gameplay trailer. If so, I know we have to keep our expectations a little bit low because they did tell us that with these trailers, they dress them up a bit, so a lot of the features we see are more played up a little bit. I mean, in advertising, it's very on brand with advertising because they do that a lot. They have to dress up the piece, the design, the product for it to be packaged well. So, I don't know. So, I'm going to go ahead and get straight into. I have a list of like 16 features that I saw just by going back and re-looking at the trailer, and some of the stuff I missed from watching other people who caught some things that I didn't catch the first time. So let's go over those features real fast and we'll quickly get it straight into the reaction. So let's begin. So with the very first feature, I'm reading off a list I have here, a new world. So we know with every EP that comes out to The Sims 4, we're getting a new world. And then some game packs do have worlds with them too, but we're getting a new world. We do not know what the name is. Well, if you saw the gameplay trailer today, we probably already know the name of this new world, but I haven't seen it yet, so we'll get straight over that. So visually, just seeing from the video that appeared in the trailer, the world seems very reminiscent of Outdoor Retreat, and some have said Jungle Adventures. I did not see Jungle Adventure vibes. I didn't get it the first time, but I kind of see what people were talking about with Jungle Adventures. I guess of the trees and a little bit of the environment kind of gives Jungle Adventures, but to me, I said from the trailer of last week, I said in my video, I got Outdoor Retreat vibes. Due to the environment and what I was seeing, and a lot of the activities presented to me was very much similar of Outdoor Retreat. This pack gave very much a higher scale, or like maybe a 2.0, a big upscale from Outdoor Retreat, which is it's supposed to be, right? Because this is an EP. The Outdoor Retreat is a gameplay pack. So an LP is supposed to be a higher scale, a up notch of a game pack. So Outdoor Retreat we did get, and Jungle Adventures, both of those game packs we got worlds to. They are hidden locked worlds that you have to go in game by playing. Also, I think you can do by building on those lots as well, but in game, to go to those lots and have your Sims interact in that world, you have to schedule like you know a getaway basically to go there to visit that area. I want to also give the scale of when these things came out as well. So Outdoor Retreat was shared to us and announced to us and released to us back in 2015. We are in 2025. Heck, we are not even halfway. We almost done with 2015. So it's been 2015. 2025. We're almost done with 2025. 2025. Goodness. This is 10 years from Outdoor Retreat being released to us. Jungle Adventures was given to us in the year 2018. So what? 7 years? Moving on to the next thing, feature that was presented to us was kayaking. Now, in the trailer, I did say I had high expectations and I was reading off things and then I was like, wait, I'm thinking too much. And I feel like I really was. Because when I go back to the EP, I don't know what number it is, EP Island Living, we got boats. And the boats just operated as your sim. You will go from the build and buy, purchase it onto your lot, then go back into live mode and put that boat into your Sims inventory, and you just go into the water and you click somewhere in the water and your sim will use the boat and travel there. Will go to that destination. I feel like that's what's going to be with kayaking. You do the same routine with the boats from Island Living. So unless they're going to give us some type of interaction, but I think that's how boats are going to be. The kayaking type of situation is going to be similar to boats from Island Living. Now, I feel like this was giving us a look to maybe how cars will look. Maybe it might be a bigger, much more other type of feature to it, a bigger type of feature to it, where it won't just be like how boats and kayaking is. But I feel like that's a good know of how we're gonna see with cars just a little bit. But hey, I don't know. I don't know. But you guys could tell me down in the description, down in the comments, my bad, down in the comments of what you think, how you think kayaking is going to operate, or if you already seen it, the gameplay trailer. Moving on to the next one is a new area to explore. Now, this new area we are going to get to explore reminds me of Sylvan Glade. I'm butchering that name. Sylvan Glade, right? Of the magical tree in Willow Creek in that certain area where that weird tree that just blatant out there look different from all of them. It just stands there out in the open. You click on it, you interact with it, your sim observes it, they water it. I don't know what else they do to it, but they do those things, and then an open passageway will lead them to another world. And this new area from this expansion pack, this EP that showed us, you can swim, fish with jellyfish in there. It definitely has a bluish hue, and that's what gave me the vibe of the hidden area of Sylvan Glade. I'm getting that wrong, but you know what I mean. I'll place it up here. It reminds me of that hidden world. Because if you go to that area in Willow Creek, that area is very pinkish in hue. This one is giving more bluish in hue. So is this also going to be a hidden area like in Willow Creek is? So yeah, a new area. It's very, very ethereal looking. So hey, we'll see. They'll let us know, maybe in the game pack, maybe in the live stream, maybe other creators will explore this world. Let us know if this world is hidden and we got to explore to it, or it's not a lot, but you go to a lot and you could travel over there to that location. I don't know. So moving on to our fourth bullet point feature is new activities. So we got a few activities with this LP, and one of them is catching butterflies. Now with the catching butterflies, I think only obviously we saw, because the toddlers did not interact with it in the trailer, as we saw. It was just, I think it's going to just be children all the way up to elders who will be able to do this activity. A next activity I saw was paper airplanes, and I did not notice this, but I think it appeared in the trailer as well. I am not sure, but I didn't get to read it, but I saw a screenshot on the EA website of this EP, reading more in depth of this EP, a fortune teller. So maybe with if we get I don't know if it's going to be able to be a interaction with the already activity table where they can make paper airplanes and fortune tellers. Hey, you bringing back my childhood over here. Okay, hide and go seek. That is new, and also we get a box. Hopefully, we don't need to go and build and buy and purchase a box, an empty looking box to play this activity with the Sims, with the kids Sims. Hopefully, we could just click on another Sim as an interaction, and it would have us to go play hide and go seek. I hope we don't have to do anything with that box. Honestly, that box that was premiered in that trailer reminded me so much of a kit. I don't know if I'm going to get it right. I meant to write it down, but it's a kit. I think it's called the Campy Creeper Seeker kit. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called that. It's somewhere up that alley. But that box reminded me of something that should have been in that kit. That's what it reminds me of. But moving on to the next activity that was shown in the trailer was archery. So again, with the catching of the butterflies activity, I think this one will be kids all the way up to elders who will be able to play this activity. Now, another thing I think, is this going to be a new death? Because you putting an apple on my head and then you shooting an arrow at me, baby. It has to be a new death or anything. I know the death is not going to go to the kids, but for the adults, is that going to be a new death? You can use this for your people who's playing the Decades Challenge archery. My sister told me. I showed her the trailer and she was like, oh yes, this, when she plays the Decades Challenge archery, okay, yeah. Rock, paper, scissors is the next activity I saw in the trailer. Yeah. Now that is 5 new activities in this EP. That, I don't know, is that good enough? Now, a few more that I thought of is Ring Around the Rosie and Parachute. Those 2, or Catch. Wait, Tag. Tag. Those 3 additions, masterpiece. I don't know. Do you think those could be added? What other new things that you think could be added into this LP? Let me know in the descriptions what other activities you think could be added with this new activity list. They probably might add it in another LP or another game pack. I don't know. Moving on to new attraction spots. Ooh, geysers. So in the trailer, I think it's going to be similar to Jungle Adventures, where you have that big open city area where you can interact with a bunch of Sims and they all come around, and if you stay there long enough, your Sims can probably look at the geyser exploding. Also, is the geyser part gonna be a new death, unlock a new death too? Maybe that is asking for too much going on in here, but yeah, I know you can take a picture. I saw the elder Sims take a picture over there, so that is another area to take good pictures at, alongside, with the other new explorable area I was telling you guys about earlier. The next bullet point, imaginary friends. So this one, I reacted so, like, my expression in the trailer of that one was kind of very expressive wise, and let me tell you the truth. I don't really like imaginary friends like that. I don't. But I can admit that these imaginary friends look way better than Sims 3 imaginary friends. And I'm going to tell you why real quick. So, we're going to bring up Slappy, the Quilliquist whatever doll, the puppet from Goosebumps. And then we're going to bring up sample piece number 1, makeshift imaginary doll from The Sims 3. This thing looks like the sample piece that got rejected from Slappy. When the creator was making Slappy, he made The Sims 3 imaginary friend. This thing is more scarier. Okay? Slappy is annoying. Now, he is scary in Goosebumps because you don't know where he hiding. He moving everywhere, and then he set somewhere. Like, did I move him there? No. And then he talk, and you be like, wait, did you hear something? No. You know, after he presents himself, and we find out he walking and talking and screaming and yelling and all that, jumping around, da 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 da, scaring people. He's now annoying. Like, they run away from the dude. Slappy is freaking scary. He only scary in the beginning half when you don't know he is moving around and jumping around and talking. Once he does all that, he's no longer scary. He's a nuisance and annoying. I don't know. But to the Sims 3 Imaginary Friends looks the Sims 4 Imaginary Friends looks so much better than the Sims 3 Imaginary Friends. I don't know. Y'all, if y'all think the Sims 3 Imaginary Friends is better than Sims 4, I don't know what to tell you, because I feel like this is a step up from the look. Also, the Sims 3 Imaginary Friends, they are creepy as heck. They have me shooken in my boots. Okay? You pan around and you see that imaginary friend pops out of anywhere, just trying to interact with your sim. It is scary. You turn around left to right, and here he go. Because you going from one sim and you don't see that imaginary friend. Then you go back to the sim who has the imaginary friend and he pop up. That is scary. Like, I'm shaking in my boots. Like, what? Like, the Sims 4 Imaginary Friends. I also would have thought, the Sims, either E18, Maxis, would have had a step up. They would have been, if they did this, ooh, a masterpiece. What y'all cooking in that thing? Y'all had a big budget, didn't y'all? Was the Foster Home of Imaginary Friends. I got that reference too, with Imaginary Friends. If anybody grew up watching that animation TV show as a kid growing up, then those Imaginary Friends, if they were similar to the Sims 4 Imaginary Friends, if they had the budget for it, wouldn't that be amazing? Everybody would have been like, gasp. Everybody would have gasped if the Sims looked like those. Or Inside Out Imaginary Friend. Y'all would have been like, ooh, wait, look here. Not y'all got the creative director team in Hyperdrive, the animation team in Hyperdrive, because they looking like Foster characters, they looking like Inside Out characters. That would have been a huge big plus. I feel like everybody would have been like, oh wow. Another thing, back to the Sims 3 Imaginary Friend, back to the Sims 3 Imaginary Friends. Those Imaginary Friend dolls reminds me of Roly Poly Olies. If you grew up watching that I don't know how old, but Roly Poly Olies reminds me that the Sims 3 Imaginary Friends remind me of Roly Poly Olies. They remind me of that. Yeah, I think the Sims 4 Imaginary Friends looks better than Sims 3. Hands down, better. Now another thing, a feature that I want to know, is with the Sims 3 Imaginary Friends, they all look different. They had 16 different variants of that Imaginary Friends. So is the Imaginary Friends for the Sims 4 all going to be different colors? Are they going to have different variants? Different colors? I want to see a blue. If y'all going to have them look like this, I want to see blue, orange, purple. I want to see a lot of different colors. I don't want all of my imaginary friends to look like. Another thing I want to see from these imaginary friends is if they are going to be able to, not only because they showed in the trailer you can turn them and make them interact with your sim, but are they going to be able to turn them into actual sims? And I want to know, are they going to have that wonky little walk? I don't like that walk. It's annoying because it stays with them when you even change them when you simify them from Imaginary Friends. They have that creepy, goofy walk. I don't like it. I don't like that walk. I don't like that walk. When I turn you into a sim, I don't want you to walk like that. I don't want to see that. But moving on, because we were on that segment for a long time. Schedule getaways. Creating your own getaways. This is a new feature that's coming with this EP. So the type of getaways I saw with this EP, just visualizing taken from the trailer, was camping, wellness retreats, and romantic vacations. And we will come back to the romantic vacations in a second. But these are all the getaways that was presented to us within the trailer, and I'm sure you can make a lot of more. So more storytelling for the people who are very much family players. I mean, this is already caked up in a package of, making family play, But baby moons. Y'all can make baby moons, baby vacations. Isn't that would have been so cool? Girls trips, any type of trips y'all could think of, a spa trip, any of these trips, just a getaway. You could make anything. That's what they're telling us. Any type of things with this getaway scheduling system. Number 8, bullet point 8, diving boards and embedded in-ground hot tubs. These two I put together because I think we could get those as a free update. And I only say that because if we go back to Eco Lifestyle, which I think came out in 2020, back when lockdown was, when it came out, I remember with that, and I'm sure other expansion packs had this type of deal too. They gave us a ladder that was for base game, and they gave us a ladder for the EP. So I think for these with the hot tub, they're probably going to give us a base game one and a diving board. Maybe they might just keep the diving board within the EP, but it would hurt. I mean, you gave us pools, and also they didn't even give us diving boards and the other thing in the EP. I don't know what number it is, but the EP of Get Together, the expansion pack Get Together, they gave us more accessories to pools. I think they gave us a diving stand. They gave us a diving stand with no board. A diving stand with no board. Let that sink in. Okay? Diving board with no stand. So we got in a package deal a diving stand, no board. We're getting the board here. It's sold separately. Diving board sold separately. See? So we're getting a diving board addition, if you think about it, because we got a diving stand which your sim can't jump on. They can jump off, but jump on. They don't have no type of bounce back for you. Now we're getting that. We missed that feature. We missed a diving board. We have the stand, but no board. Free weights. We didn't get that. We have a gym already. We got the gym, but we missing the free weights. It's not a gym without free weights. When you go to an actual gym, you have free weights there. We don't have that. Now we have that. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, we got everything else. Now another cool addition, y'all would have added. It's been popular on TikTok for people who want to work out. Stairmasters. Can we get that? Can we get a Stairmaster? Or is that asking for too much? Another one, 10 spin classes. So we got stationary bikes now. Which is cool. And that is I feel like gonna operate just like yoga classes, where you can host class and like shoot it out to the sim world, the Simstagram. You can send it out to them, and they're gonna be able to come to your spin class, whatever you host them at. So indoors, outdoors, home, outside your house, maybe, I don't know, but you can host those. Next one is buildable / modular parks and also slides. We are now going to be able to build our parks how we want to build them now. With the base game, they only gave us this already makeshift park play set for kids, playground set for kids. I don't know, but I didn't like that. Because I never seen a playground that looked like that, really. It looks like the one they showed in the trailer. the one that was given us from the base game, it looks like the ones I saw growing up in McDonald's. You know, when McDonald's used to have a play set in the restaurant that kids will go after they eat, they can go, the parents allowed them to go play in that play area. That is what that situation reminds me of. I don't see any of that stuff in an actual park. So I like this one. We can make parks. We actually have a park that can look like a park now. So, and slides as well, because we didn't have that. Another thing is camp scouts and camp directors. So we can make us some brownies and some daisies. Now I don't know what they call the boys, but I only know the girls, which was the daisies and brownies. So we can now have us that type of deal, which I think is a cute and cool thing to add to this alongside of outdoor retreat. Or if you just buy this and then you don't have to worry about outdoor retreat. But if you already have it, I don't know, this would be a great addition to it. New Plumbob animation design. So I don't know if anybody noticed or caught this, but there is a new animation / design around the Plumbob. So I think that's going to give us the notion that your sim is actually on a vacation, because it has like a flower thing twirling around the Plumbob. So I think that's going to tell us that, oh, you're on an actual getaway. Your sim is on a getaway. So yeah, that's how they caught. Blenders. So at first I did not catch this until someone else pointed it out. We're getting blenders, so we can make juices. We can make maybe smoothies, healthy drinks, and this goes hand in hand with the free weights and spin class. Another thing I did not catch before, but I did see it. I just was a little bit confused when I did the reaction to the trailer. And it's a new system challenge modifier system. So a few that I was able to catch while it was going around, I don't know if it's just 3 of them or it's multiple. I only really saw 3. So I saw a cooking competition, creative competition, and a romantic competition. So remember when I said I was coming back to the romantic vacations? Yeah. Romantic competition. So a lot of people in their videos pointed out that we can have a makeshift Love Island. I feel like this is right on brand, because people just got done watching the Love Island reunion / Love Island season. Was it 7? No. It had to be a new season. I forgot what season people got done watching. I think it was season 7, actually. I think it was season 7. Yes. Season 7. So this is right on brand. So they must be watching something. And it was well talked about. Love Island was well talked about. So I don't know if we're getting any more competitions or if it's just those 3 or maybe 4 or 5. I don't know what they're giving, but hopefully they'll touch more on this in the gameplay trailer when we get to react to it. Lastly, I left at the end, was a new woohoo spot, and that is just the ocean. Your Sims can now, I feel like, woohoo in the ocean, because before they couldn't do that. They woohooed everywhere else. Everywhere else, from a bush to a shower to a tent to a closet. Now it's an open ocean. So that is like 16. If I separated them more, it would probably be 30 or maybe 20 something if I separated them all. But that's 16 features that's coming in this new LP. You let me know if these 16 features will be a good EP expansion pack. Is this a good list? Is this a lot of features that could make a big I feel like it's a decent amount. This seems like a big amount, especially if I were to slice them up a bit more. I feel like this is a good amount of features being added to the game. I don't know, but we'll see in this gameplay trailer. So that's everything. So again, if you guys want to see my reaction, I'll pop it up here, and it will be linked in my description below for you to go watch it if you want to. So now what we all have been waiting for is this gameplay trailer that we're about to react to. That's what we're about to do, and I'm gonna stop talking and we could get right into it. So let's get into the reaction. Okay, let's see what they giving us. Let's see what we can expect. What we're expecting is everything I said from that list. Are we getting a sneak peek dive into all of these things?
Sometimes it feels like life could use a fast forward button. But I think what it really needs is a play button. And I'm not just saying that because I wouldn't exist otherwise. So come on, adventure awaits!
Yeah!
When Nigel was a kid, life was full of fun. Super cool playgrounds, retro video games.
Retro
even
video
silly
games?
game of hand shapes. I win!
Yes.
Wait, did I win? I've got a rock. Occasionally, he'd go off and do his own thing, which was fine. No, I mean it. As an imaginary friend, I was just like the others of my kind. It was my duty to
Different
be there
types?
for my kid when he needed me. But every kid grows up, and
These are
plenty
so
leave us poor imaginary
cute.
friends
I love
behind.
this.
Not Nigel. Our friendship was so strong. He made me real. No goodbyes here.
So we're getting
Now I
that
get to
bag.
experience
I like
everything
that
this world
feature.
has to offer. We're all about adventure in Gibby Point, and there's none better than a getaway.
Yes,
Say goodbye to
slides.
your
Come on,
everyday
slides.
routine, and hello to something new.
Get it, girl. Get that workout in. Spin classes. Yes.
If you're not sure where to start, there are 3 unique venues ready for you to explore.
Okay.
Where you can host or plan the perfect getaway.
Okay.
Getaways have a schedule to keep you on track, but some also introduce other
Itinerary?
elements to keep you on your toes. Like rules.
Oh, shoot. Girl.
My memories with Nigel
Die
at camp
too.
are awesome. But I get it if you want to create something new, like a luxury bed and breakfast, say. Or maybe an evil villain social hideaway. I reckon it's easiest to modify an existing getaway, since they already have built-in schedules and roles. But you can always make the days as full
So we are
or
getting
as chill as you like.
schedules.
Choose where your getaway will be, how long it is, or if it's a weekly thing.
Love. So
And add
it's
some
going to be like a
rules if you
resort
like.
too?
Want a camp of little
I
prodigies?
want resorts
Well, there's a
or
room to get them
hotels.
building skills faster, and another to send them packing.
Okay, yeah.
Who knows? Your choices could result in some formative moments for these kids.
Cool.
Taking the time to build her archery skills and completing this challenge could change the
So it's like a
direction
little
of her
bucket
life
list
forever.
from like Life and Death
She's unlocked a new
expansion
trait
pack. I think
to
that's
help
the
her
expansion
maintain
pack.
her focus. Focus? Focus! Whoops, sorry, got sidetracked there. Let's shift focus away from getaways.
These
and
are,
over
this
to
is kind of
custom
a
venues.
lot of lots
Create
here.
your own, or try one created by others to get the old imagination train moving.
I'm expecting that. A lot of
You can
great
design and
builds.
customize it to have its own schedule, roles, and behaviors for visitors.
I love this.
And if you
So
want,
is this kind
you
of
can
like
host
resort?
all kinds of getaways there, like an amazing cooking competition.
Love.
It's like it was designed for it.
This seems
I just want to
so
jump in
fun.
here. I've
Maybe.
always wanted to crush one of these challenges. Uh-oh, someone's a little competitive. Now, imagine what other possibilities are out there.
Are you compatible?
Yeah, it's a survival competition with a vampire on a tropical island. Why, who's asking?
What's that
Hey, the getaway
a
system can take you places
reality
you'd never expect.
TV show
Just
called
sit
The
and see.
Survivor? Okay. And it'll be available October 2nd. Now, like I said, it wasn't going to show us everything, but it confirmed some things. It confirms like a bit much of the stuff I wanted to know, like are the imaginary friends gonna look different? Because The Sims 3 they all look the same. But I like this a little bit more. I'm definitely have high expectations, but I actually like what they shown. I can't wait for the live stream to show us even more, and I also can't wait for the sim creators network people do put their videos and LPs out of this expansion pack. I can't wait to see that and see more in-depth play on this. But I'm not gonna lie, it looks super good. I didn't think we were getting type of schedules. I did mention that in my last video. Are we doing getting schedules? And we are. And the imaginary friends, I didn't expect that all of them look different. I didn't think they were all look different like this. I think this is cool. So you got a unicorn. This looks like a lizard with a lamb hat on. What is that? A regular doll? I don't know what that is, and that looks like, I don't know, a monster. But I like this. I hope they do more. Four, this is a good, I feel like that's a good amount. And then you can make them come to real life Sims. I like that too, because I was also wondering if that's gonna be, if they're gonna bring that um back, that feature back to The Sims 3 from The Sims 3 to The Sims 4. So I like that addition. Um, I think these are kind of resorts. So what is this? I did see this. I want a super cool bow like all the other heroes have. So wait, I bet I can win 3 archery. Ooh. So this is kind of like a bucket list. So it's kind of is like life and death, right? Like you have things you want to mark off your list before end of time. So I think this is kind of cool. Like they're still using something like a bucket list, what they want to achieve, their goals to do. I think that's kind of cool. Now I didn't mention when it comes to like the competitions they listed here. Now, with the competitions here, with the romantic, like I have said, and the type of things I saw from my little list I read off, um, I didn't mention that another thing I would be excited to see is from this certain creator here on YouTube, and she goes by Exorcism here on YouTube, and I miss her Bachelor and Bachelorette challenge that she created for The Sims 4 back in like the early parts of Sims 4 when we didn't have really much. I think we probably only had maybe 2 EPs at the time when she made them. And I want to know, like, I want to see her bring back the Bachelor and the Bachelorette challenge from back in like when The Sims 4 had came out and she had made that. I want to see that again. I loved watching her version of The Bachelorette for The Sims 4. I want to see that EP come back. Not EP, goodness, LP come back to The Sims 4. Her version, because I feel like this would go hand in hand with an EP we already have, Love Struck. Now with this one, it comes with a competition to it as well. I would love to see her version of that again. I want to see that. So, Exorcism, if you ever see this video, would you ever bring back the Bachelor or Bachelorette challenge? I loved watching you play that. I missed that challenge so much and wonder if you would ever do it again and bring it back. I love watching it. I love how you allowed basically your community really sometimes to help see who voted off for it. So, yes. So I think that's really, I don't know. A cooking competition is so cool. Um, Do they honestly get taller than that? Or they... Oh, so they don't get taller. That's... So now that he's a teenager, he doesn't get taller. Oh, okay, I like this. I like this so much. Say goodbye forever. Dang, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. Say goodbye forever. Yes, okay. Yeah, this is really good. I really like it. So that was my reaction to the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits gameplay trailer. I don't know if they said anything else. Okay, so they didn't. So I don't know when we're gonna get a live stream of this, but I actually like it a lot. I don't know what other people are thinking. I'm gonna also watch other people as well. But that is it for my reaction of the gameplay trailer of Adventure Awaits. Please tell me what y'all think about the gameplay. And what's your thoughts of the features, and if you think, this is a worthy LP. Not LP, a worthy. Please let me know if this is a worthy EP expansion pack with all of the features I have listed, and if I missed some, let me know down in the comments. What do you think? And let me know. And that's the end of my reaction. Peace.